It's okay. Don't be afraid. Some of you are looking at me like, why is this Puerto Rican woman on stage talking about aloha? It's because I'm Hawaiian. And actually, I'm Hawaiian, and I'm French, and I'm Irish, and I'm German. And I grew up in Newark. And that was my reality. You may say, how do you become a reality creator in Newark? And it's so simple. It's 3 steps. 3, just 3. The first is you face the negatives. Yes, we have poverty. Yes, we have crime. Yes, we have death. But that's not all we have. And behind all those 3 things are stories waiting to be told. There's stories of what got them to that street that night. There's stories of who the person was that took that shot or that lost their life. They're stories, they're people, they're realities that nobody knows about. And we need to start showing that about Newark. So we tell the stories that no one wants to tell. We tell the stories of the past, the present, and the future. Because those are important. Because I will not let one story about death and destruction define me as a Newarker. I will not let it define you. I won't let it define my child or her scholar mates. We're just going to have to show the world that there are people living here in Newark. So because I love video and I'm a scriptwriter at heart, I decided I'm just going to take on TV by myself. I'm going to show people outside of Newark what Newark is about through TV shows, because that's what really connects people. That's what connects societies. I don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I see y'all tweeting about Scandal, which is fabulous. And I see y'all tweeting about this show and that show, and oh my God. So we just need to do it for Newark. How do we do it? Face the negatives. NOCAUSE. It is a project I'm putting together about the stories behind the riots. Because let me tell you guys something. Our children know nothing about the riots. Let me say that one more time. Our children know nothing about the riots. They don't know who died. They don't know who lived. They don't know who started it. They don't know how it ended. All they know is they are living a legacy given to them by somebody else, by another reality creator, and no more. So I'm going to tell those stories. How does a riot die? I mean, Jesus, we've been living under it for so long. Let's talk about where it started. Let's talk about how it dies. Let's put it to bed now. I'm doing another show called Brick City Paranormal. So if you guys like ghosts, come out and talk to me. Because what most people don't understand is that people died in our streets. See, Newark doesn't have haunted houses because we have haunted streets. And when people die in the streets, it's because we have not honored our dead. Now, we can honor them with street little vigils by the light posts, which are very important to us, but it's not honoring the dead. Because 5 days from now, that vigil is going to be gone. There'll be another statistic, another name in the paper. And that shouldn't be. Because that spirit will be there at that street corner the next time another young man is there. And we all know what happens in the ghost stories. That living person dies. So let's tell the stories. What are we so afraid of? We let other people tell our stories and we're like, yeah, yeah, that's us, that's us, that's us. No longer. No longer. In the late 80s, there was a TV show based on the book The Women of Brewster Place by Gloria Naylor. I loved it. I had a VCR because I'm that old, and I recorded it and I watched it over and over. Because those women I grew up with. Those women fed me, gave me shelter when I was homeless as a kid. They gave me morals and standards. They taught me how to be a woman. These women, who look somewhat like my shade, because remember, there are no Hawaiians in Newark except for me, right now anyway. So I want to tell the stories of the women of Osborne Terrace. I always say Osborne Place, my bad, y'all. Osborne Terrace, because I know those women. I know the strength and the struggle. I know how they got there. I know how they want to not be there sometimes. And everybody else should know it too, because these women raise us every day in the streets here in Newark. The second thing we have to do is replace all of these negatives with positives. We have to show the world what's positive in Newark. We are here today. All of you are reality creators because you're letting people know that, one, there are highly intelligent people in Newark, and we live here. Two, that we're not afraid to talk about what's going on in our city, what we need, what we don't have, and what we are creating new realities for. So We have to show the great things about Newark. And there are tons of them. There are great things in every ward. And if you don't know, come talk to me, I'll tell you. Because I've lived all around Newark. It's hard to have a neighborhood when you're homeless and you're bobbing from street to street, or from friend to friend, or from the women of Osborne Terrace to the women of Hawthorne Place. Tell the stories of hope, determination, strength, and struggle. Because we have those things here. We have rich people that live in Newark. Did you know that? We have rich people that live in Newark. It's called Forest Hills. Have you seen the houses out there? We'll take a trip, because there are some big, huge, grand houses that you might think don't belong in Newark, but they're ours. You can't take them. They're ours. Go to the Ironbound and see all of the bakeries and panderias and restaurants and all of that culinary reality that they live with. Come to the West Ward and see Vailsburg and now I'm blanking out a little bit about my street names. I do apologize. See the boundary between South Orange and Newark. You'll be so surprised that there are houses there that are well maintained, that have flourishing gardens and beautiful lots. And that's ours. Those are stories that need to be told, because in every neighborhood there's a story, right? Each one of us has a story. To see me, you wouldn't have thought I was Hawaiian. Most people don't. They think I'm Puerto Rican. And it's okay. I kind of sounded. It's all right. But there are new realities to be seen and new ones to be shown. So what kind of positive realities am I creating? I run a show called The Urban Kitchen, because for some reason, people think outside of Newark that nobody cooks in Newark, that we're all one big Chicken Shack and Wendy's and Burger King. But I know plenty of chefs in Newark. I know plenty of mothers who've been cooking organically before that was a fad. And we need to show the rest of the world that we live here. Because if we don't do it, nobody else does. So, Urban Kitchen, Chef Anissa, classically trained, came home to Newark, got a few jobs, and came to me and said, Robyn, I'm so tired of people asking me for recipes because they just don't know how to cook well. I mean, they know how to cook, but they don't know how to cook like they want to know how to cook. So I created a show in which we show people how to make things. Let me let you in a little secret. Watch the Brussels sprout episode, because my daughter hated Brussels sprouts until Chef Anissa taught me how to make Brussels sprouts. And now she's probably the only kid on our block that eats Brussels sprouts and asks for them like, oh my God, yes, Brussels sprouts. Things happen. I changed her reality by changing somebody else's and having somebody else change mine. And we can all do that. I work with an organization here in Newark called Who I Am. And they give etiquette training to young girls. They teach them how to be princesses. They teach them how to be queens. They teach them what fork and what place setting and what knife and what food. And most people would think, that's great. But no, you have to understand the story behind it. So the woman who runs Who I Am, she's one of 5. And when her mother got caught up in the drug game, DIFAS came and they took her and her 5 sisters. And they separated them. And no matter where they were, they always, once a week, found a way to find each other and come together and share the lessons they had learned from that week and give each other support and teach each other how to do things that maybe they didn't encounter. So not only am I creating a reality for other little girls in Newark who may not know about the program, I'm creating a reality for the woman who runs this program, that she can be heard nationally, globally, that people will know that we care about our daughters, that we are actually raising them right. Because remember, the stories that come out of Newark are negative. And we perpetuate those stories when we tell them. So first, stop telling a story, or I'll come and get you. And second, replace it with a new story. You're either going to tell the people why it's negative and the real truth behind it, not opinions, not judgments, not stereotypes. And then you're going to replace it with the positive. But here is the good stuff that's going on. That's bad stuff. Here's good stuff. Maybe you didn't know. Now, what's even more amazing about the woman who runs this Who I Am program is that her and her sister, one of the sisters, grew up, came back to Newark, started their lives. So she started this program, and the other one became hip-hop greatness Roxanne Shante, who lives here in Newark part of the time. So when you think there's nothing but negativity, you create a new reality and you show people what you can do with almost nothing. Okay, this ain't mine, I just want it. I want to see a bunch of chef testants running around the Ironbound, trying to get their food, trying to get their ingredients. I want to see them complete a halal challenge. Yeah, I heard that. Ooh, that's right. No pork nowhere, no pork chops, no bacon. Well, you got beef bacon, but not pork bacon, and no gelatin. That's a challenge, but that's how we live in Newark. I live halal, I have no pork. And when I see that show, I'm like, woo, I wouldn't eat that, looks good, but it's got pork in it. So come to Newark, Top Chef. We'll have you running, we'll have you do all sorts of things. Show the world that we have places to eat here, that they are fabulous, that we have restaurants and grocery stores and little corner bodegas that serve the best empanadas, okay? The third thing, this third step, and the one thing to always remember, is there's a way around the no. And I know that I'm on stage here today because each one of you either said no to me or gave me the way around the no. See, no's are funny. People are like, and I'm a parent, so when we say no, we mean it. But really, we mean new opportunity. Find a new opportunity, not just me. Find a new opportunity, not just you. There are always ways around everything. I know this, I live it. I was homeless when I was a kid. Newark gave me everything I needed to survive. And Newark can give you everything you need to survive too. Newark can give you every positive reality you ask for if you look for it, if you show your positive reality to someone else. Here's the best part of this for me, is each one of you has a video camera. Each one of you has a camera on your phone, so I don't want to hear, Robyn, I can't do this. I don't want to hear it, because I see tons of pictures on Facebook and Twitter of the chick shaking her behind at the club. So there's no reason why you can't take a picture or a video of a father walking his child to school. I want to see that. I don't want to see the chick in the club. I want you to show me the beauty about Newark. Show me. Show me. Because I don't see it enough. And I'm only one person, and I'm going to show you everything I got. So show me everything you got. Show me what's beautiful about your neighborhood. Show me what's beautiful about yourself being in Newark. Show me. Because I want to see it, and so does the rest of the world. This is what we're about in Newark. We're about creating what we want to do. Half of the projects that have been done, people have said no, they found a way around that no. Boom, we got a building. Boom, we got Bears Stadium. So why is that something that each one of us here today, everybody watching at home, can't do themselves? Like Majora Carter said, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, and I truly believe that. Most of y'all know, Kim and Tamara, that I find my ways. And I know all of you can find your ways too. So as long as we just remember, face the negative. Yes, this is happening, but this is the story behind it that you don't know. Replace with positives. Yes, that is happening, but did you see what's going on over here? And it is so much more fabulous. And 3, always a way around the no. You have a video camera in your pocket. When I leave here today, I should see a whole bunch of pictures and videos of the realities created by you guys today. Don't just let it be me. I want some competition. I need $1 million too, but I'm going to find that way around that no. And each one of you can do it too. Mahalo and aloha.